What's going on, y'all? This is Mike Brown, and I want to welcome y'all to this week's episode of The Art of Letting Go. While I have your attention, please be sure to subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to the podcast. Also, leave a comment, leave some feedback. Let people know what you think. Let me know what you think. We do have a Patreon now, so if you want to support the show, you can find the Patreon, the merch, all at theartoflettinggopodcast.com. Also, send us a question. You know, we've been answering a lot of questions on the show, and I love to hear from y'all. So hit us up. Enjoy the show. Yo, what up? This is Mike Brown, and this is The Art of Letting Go. Today...
All right. I got excited.
Today, I have two special guests in the building. I think the last time I recorded over here was pre-pandemic.
Oh, for sure.
Had to be, yeah. Damn, that's crazy. Because I was thinking it wasn't that long ago. But I guess I didn't put it in perspective. Because you were here still,
Yeah, that was pre-pandemic.
That shit's
pre-move.
Yeah. And that was like right after Wayne left.
Yeah.
Has anybody even heard from Wayne?
He was on last week's episode.
Yeah.
Well, today's episode. He's on today's episode. But yeah, before we get too into that, do y'all mind introducing yourselves?
No, I talk way too much. I got no problem doing that. My name is Robert Hendricks, one of the couple, I guess. You can't say it like that. Like, I am a partner in the couple of Nobodies.
You were the cuh.
The is the pull. Yeah. But yeah, we've been doing our podcast since April of 2018 now. So 4+. 218 episodes we just put out today. As I'm talking to you, I really should be uploading it, but I didn't. So here we are. But yeah, man, it's been a journey for sure. And you know, like we were talking about before, success is it's in the eye of the beholder, shall we say? But I think there's no way I can quantify what we did as a success, regardless. You know, like if it ended today, I'd say it was a successful run. Like,
of course, yeah.
Because this shit has been a therapy session. I mean, especially for me over the past month or so. What did you say? I just been like, oh, what is happening? and it's just like just for that alone. And I think the relationship that me and Big T, which I'll let him introduce himself, I have how it has grown to what it is. You know, because we'd probably still be talking every once in a while on some, you know, USC football shit. But, you know, it wouldn't be what it is. There's no way it'd be what it is now if we didn't talk every single week for 4 years straight.
For hours.
For hours.
That is the longest introduction that you'll probably hear. I'm going to keep it short and simple.
Told you to talk too much.
I
think the first thing out of my mouth is, well, I talk too much. I'll go first.
My name's Terrence. I'm the other half of the Couple of Nobodies.
You wanted to say better.
I wanted to say
you said better.
I might have said purple. I'm the purple half. You said the cup. Anyways, I'm the one that just shows up and hops on the mic. I do nothing towards the pod. Robert is the mastermind, the engineer. So I'm going to say I'm the talent. So that's me in a nutshell. And
it's actually really funny because when we were going into it, when we first started, he said, I'm like, shut up, dog. And like now it's going to, he actually is the talent. Like, dude's got some one-liners. Hopefully he'll give you one or two in this podcast before we get out of here.
That's what's up. And I think that's just as important as, you know, the technical side of things as well. Because, like, you know.
Yeah.
And that's no diss to your skills.
Oh, yeah, you can go fuck yourself. I was like, no, I'm kidding.
I did it self-taught, dog. No, it's to piggyback off of Robertson, like, if we were to stop doing this right now, our podcast, it's a success because coming into it, no producer skills, no engineering skills, anything like that. This fool has a skill set now to where he can easily go, you know, produce somebody else's podcast.
Hell yeah.
It's like that. Like, if he ever stops, you know, the trade that he's in now, he can freelance some shit, you know?
Yeah.
And be able to hold on. So, I mean, it's just a talent that this guy has, you know, behind the computer. It's all self-taught.
Yeah. I agree with you. Every time I've been on y'all show, I've always seen, like, just the growth in it. That's why I love coming on there, because I learn every time I come on. Like when I first came on and you was doing the fucking freestyles, I was like, oh shit.
Oh, I can rap too. I learned to rap.
Yeah. But that's something I've always wanted to do, but been afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the voicemails. Something I always wanted to do, was afraid of. So to see somebody doing some shit, so that's why it's like you said, that success is perspective, because the shit you doing, I'm like, wow. Like, I want to get to that level where I don't give a fuck and do that shit. So that's really dope.
I think we, like, well, I appreciate it, number one.
Yeah.
And I almost feel like we probably could have honed in some of those ideas and thoughts, maybe to, like, perfect one or two. But we just like, well, that would work. We could get a soundboard, and we could have people call, and we could do this, and we could record it, put it on YouTube, and, like, you know, and just, we perfected none of it. Yeah. We perfected none of it. But again, like, you know, I need to update my LinkedIn, dog. You know, I'm like, hey, podcast producer extraordinaire. You know?
Fuck yeah, no, for real.
Yeah. But we appreciate you having us on, man.
Yeah, man.
We actually, we recorded yesterday. We did a power hour, so we were drinking a shot of beer every minute, and it was like to get the energy to do this the next day. Like, I feel good now that we're here record, but I tell you, coming in, I was like, oh man, dog, we shot our load yesterday. But that's why I like the energy of your podcast
for sure. Yeah,
this is soothing.
I appreciate that.
Just having you around makes me feel comfortable, you know?
Thank you. One of my favorite episodes. So before we get too into, like, you know, just talking about episodes and shit, can you tell the people, because I have people reach out to me all the time about podcasting, recording, equipment and shit like that. And I know sometimes people think that you need, like, super expensive equipment, but can you tell them what we're recording on right now, like, just to give a secret away?
It's super right now? It's super DIY, do it yourself. Is that DIY, whatever that shit is?
DIY.
DIY. You can makeshift all of this shit. Like, none of you don't have, like, they don't have to all be, obviously Apple doesn't make products, but they don't all have to be, like, all Apple products. They don't have to be any of that shit. You can makeshift. I learned this thing, like T said, scrap by scrap, you know, piece by piece. You know, I have adapters for USBs because this particular laptop only has the Bolt C connectors, and there's just you just got to do it. So, like, you need a high-powered laptop for sure. You need a recording program. Logic has worked for me, preferable, and this Blue Yeti mic has worked for me perfectly, and I've seen it in other podcasts used. So it's the one I would suggest, and it wasn't very expensive. No. $80, I think, and that's with the pop filter and the cord and all that shit. I mean, podcasting really, it's an easy endeavor if you just want to take the time to sit down and if you have to be somewhat technically savvy. You can just be blind and give it a shot. But if you know how to just even research it, because all this stuff I looked up YouTube.
Yeah.
Granted, I had the pandemic to kind of do it, and this was pre-pandemic.
Pandemic was already 2 years deep.
Yeah. So can I help you, young lady? I got on YouTube and I just watched people literally, like, as they were doing it. I just walked through it. I'm like, oh, that should work. All right, cool. And you know, you have to want to do it. It's not an easy process, you know, learning the technicalities of it. But if it's something you want to do, it can be done. Yeah, it can be done. So I just slowly but surely get the equipment. Again, the laptop was $1,900. That shit ain't cheap. But the mic's not very expensive. Maybe you have to buy the program. Maybe you're talking $60. But you can get this whole thing up and running for, you know, if you already have the laptop, you know, for less than $100, less than $200.
And if you don't have the money, but you have the idea, should you wait for the equipment? Because I feel like you can record on your phone.
You can record on your phone. I had a homie, Casey. We did his podcast. And he recorded off his phone.
100%. Absolutely.
Forget what was that program? It was free. It was
Anchor.
Anchor. Yeah, he would record. He would have the Anchor app on his phone.
Isn't this going to be put on Anchor?
Bro, it's going to be on Anchor.
There we go. Yeah. My man would have the Anchor app on his cell phone. He would hit play and he would record his pod.
I'm gonna tell y'all should really look into Anchor.
We tried. We don't have they don't have enough memory, and our episodes are too long.
Damn.
Yeah, we looked into it.
Damn. Country episodes now.
we gotta shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Nah, man, because I really feel like, oh man, I just been getting so much like this knowledge on how this shit works, you know, and how the shit moves. and like y'all put out so much. Y'all have so much content. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not to like content is like y'all have a lot of shit. Y'all talk about a lot of shit, and that shit could be like just if you broke it into like 3-part episodes, if that's what it takes. You know what I mean?
Sure.
3 episodes in a week.
Sure.
Because what the max is like, what, an hour?
Like an hour?
2 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if you broke it down, and I'm sure, you know, just because like I said, I've seen y'all show evolve over and over, like, I don't know, shit. Maybe evolving the format of the length of the show. Not even the show, because the show is perfect. The show is perfect, but
yeah, maybe just cut the topics down. Like we could do.
Yeah.
Like I mean, if we were considering that, you know, wholeheartedly, like the segments could be fine. Just maybe, you know, max 2 topics per.
Yeah.
And it could even be, you know, the funny thing is.
What gets us in trouble is the story. It's the beginning.
It's the beginning.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I was going to say.
It's the beginning.
It's just us shooting the shit with each other. Mm-hmm. Like that's the, you know, and which is interesting because it's not, for some reason, you know, it's rare. I don't know what you think. It's rare that we like repeat stories.
Mm-hmm.
Like we do every once in a while, but it's like somehow it's still, I don't want to say discovering new shit, but it's just discovering, I guess, a new way this guy thinks about something, or I think, or vice versa.
Yeah.
So we're like, that's. What? and then it's just this snowball thing. We just have that, I think, natural chemistry bounce back.
Y'all do. And I feel that when I listen to the show, like, not even the episodes that I'm on. You know, I'm always listening to the ones I'm on, but
when you get them.
But nah, when I
shit.
When I listen to y'all show, like, I always feel that. One of my favorite episodes, kind of going back to that, was the one that you recorded about your pops. Mm-hmm. Rest in peace to your dad.
Thank you.
But man, it just was so vulnerable. It was cool. That's why I say it felt very mature listening to that episode.
Yeah, I would say it's, I don't want to say too late or past the point of us capitalizing on the opportunity now, but if we were to start this thing from the beginning, like let's say we started all over, we're at the same content we did all the way through, but we were marketing it different. I would market it as probably like the realest podcast you would find, and I'd say that because we got arguments, we've both cried, we've both, I mean, you name it.
I got kicked out of the house.
You got kicked out of the house. You know what I mean? We cut that. We were just talking about that episode the other day. Like, it was just one thing led to one another thing, it led to nothing, and the next thing he was talking, I had already shut down, and he went on for about 2-3 minutes with me staring down like this, and when he stopped talking, it went silent like this, and I was like, "Are you done?" And that's how the episode ended. He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Me too." And that's how the episode ended. And then we got in a little tiff, and I kicked him out. But I mean, that happened. I've had somebody. I shot my shot on here with some, like, we have done.
We've been through life from here, though. I mean, I talked about having. I was dating a girl. She got pregnant. She had an abortion.
Wow.
Talked about that on here, dog.
Wow.
Like, we've gone through our life journey over the last 4 years, right?
He moved.
I moved. Went through depression. Moved.
He's gonna come back.
Now I'm coming back.
And the whole thing stemmed from Wayne's moved here, like that transition. Like there was one audio episode where I thought you could hit like microphone and like I was like, oh, narration voice, dope. I never listen back to it. And then like one day I happened to hear like episode 25 because I was trying to pull something. I was like, what the fuck is this? It's just so many ups and downs, dude. Just it's wild, man.
But that's how you learn, though.
Yeah,
that's how you learn, by just doing shit.
Yeah, but that's how I'd say I would market it as like the most authentic thing you're gonna get. It's super terrible to like got better to the audio being this to us being over there to me and him crying over this and fighting over that. Like it's just with zero editing, just because we were fucking lazy half the time.
What keeps y'all doing it?
That's so funny. I literally was thinking about that on the way to the gym today, because. In my head, I thought you were gonna ask how we keep doing this week over week over week over week over week.
I was gonna ask that too, but
right.
This is first.
So I think for me, I enjoy it. Like it is a pure 2.5 hours where like I don't need my phone, I don't need anything. I'm just talking to my dude, and like I'm getting shit off my chest. I'm exercising the gift of like honestly in my normal life I don't talk like this to anyone ever. So like this is my one opportunity I feel like to just get shit off my chest. So for me that's that, and you know just being able to do it with my boys, that's all. You know, for me that's all I need. So
yeah, first and foremost, it's my chance to talk to him. You know, I'm in South Carolina, and so I have no friends out there.
Yeah,
and so me just I'm talking regularly. Like, there's no goofy turns. Like, I don't get to do my full personality.
The one-liners aren't there.
Yeah, one-liners aren't there. Like I'm very just regular Terrence out there.
Yeah, but
once a week, Monday nights, whenever we do, and I get to talk to this fool for 2.5 hours. I can cuss and do, you know what I mean. I can just I can be myself.
Yeah.
So that's number one. Number two, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's fun, dog. I mean, we're creating something, and then and then 2 times a week I get to see it pop up on my phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And boom, I did something. I created something. You know, I created some type of content. And I love podcasts. I listen to them, so it's dope to have one, dog. It's like it's a notch. Yeah. That's another reason why I do it. I'll continue to do it.
That's what's up. Do y'all feel like if you were to pursue this shit as your career, do you feel like it would change shit for you?
Whew. No. I mean, okay. What do you mean by change shit? Like,
I think like would it make the podcast a job and not fun? Like, is that a fear?
Ooh. I think it would make it. Yeah, I mean, we were truly making money on it, and it was truly a job.
Mm-hmm.
I think the other shit would be the job. Like this would still be fun.
Yeah.
Whenever we have to crack the mics and get through our rundown and get through our bullshit, that would be the fun part.
Yeah.
The job. Any job is a job, dog. The marketing and all that other shit. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But the cracking of the mics is still that's gonna be fun from now on until forever.
Yeah.
I think so I would look at it as like if we made it our job, it'd be like a sprinter hitting his stride. It takes most of the energy to get to your stride, but once you're in full stride, now you just have to relax.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So if for however that grind worked out, that this became our living, I think that would be us hitting our stride, and then we would get even better.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't be stressing about. And not that I stress, I got this pretty much down now, but like having to load it, like I still haven't loaded our episode that needed to go out today, right? So it's a stressor on my mind. But like, if I'm no longer thinking about,
we're truly just a talent.
Yeah, like let's say I had an engineer, like even if I had that, like, and I could just get on here and get real silly, without having to worry about press buttons or like and like somebody queued up my music when I was ready to freestyle. You know what I mean? Like I think it would allow that extra looseness that it doesn't allow for right now.
Yeah, but, I look forward to that.
Yeah,
I look forward to that because I just want to just show up and be talent.
Yeah,
that's and also produce and shit. Like coming with the ideas and shit. But like as far as like that shit,
just show up and be wild.
Oh man,
and that's why I'm having fun now. I mean, I'm mad that I got to run this, but like, yeah, I
appreciate it. I really do.
I'm just totally kidding. But whenever you do get a studio, I'm gonna show up there. Whiskey in hand, like what's happening? You getting a good show tonight, boy. I think it's the let loose time of the week, like, cause this is gonna be a little TD, but like as far as I don't do much, I don't go out, I don't do a whole lot, so it's literally my let loose time, I'm like, and it's on a Monday night. I know no one's gonna bother me, I'm like, let's go now, let's say some wild shit. So yeah, I think that's what keeps me doing it. For sure.
What's up?
Yeah, man.
Shit. How do you get to 218 episodes?
Grind, dog.
Yeah, and see that, and I'd be curious to ask you this: do you attribute a lot of that to the fact that one, we were athletes, so we have that mentality. Mm-hmm. Two, is that an actual mentality? Like, is athlete? And then both of you guys is like athlete mentality an actual mentality, or is it just people that kind of play athletics tend to have this type of personality?
Maybe not even like athlete, but competitive.
Competitive, yeah.
Because I could say being in the band and going to a band competition, like you still in that mindset.
Right.
I I think that can attribute to it for sure.
I think that has a lot to do with it. It's kind of like
just having drive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
just knowing that you got to show up. Like you just, and I think a lot of it is again because I'm doing it with my boy. It's like I'm sure a percentage of it is he wants to show up because he thinks I'm going to, and I want to show up because I think he's going to. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, I think he's going to be there. So like he wants this is a thing where we rely on each other, teammates. You know what I mean? Like, and again, this is why I'm saying, like, is athletic mentality really a thing, or do we just attribute it to that because we played sports? And it doesn't have to be athletics, but it'd be like you said, competition. Like, I look at it as like I have a teammate, and like so, we play on Monday nights. He's gonna play. I'm gonna play. We win if we play.
Yep.
It's it's not a good game if we don't. We just both show up, so we got both got to be there. Yeah. That's how I look at it. But I'm curious if you think.
I look at it the same way. I love the grind, dog. I mean, it's easy, dog. I mean, it's easy for me. Like, once again, I literally just have to show up. And just throughout the week, I come up with topics, so there's not much I really have to do to get this podcast ready, so the least I can fucking do is show up. You know what I mean? Or make it fit to his schedule. This is what I'm big on. Like, whatever he needs to do, he do it, dog, and we'll get it in, dog. I'll make it work.
Yeah.
On my end,
He's pretty good about that. I will say that. Like, because he gets off work late according to East Coast, West Coast time, right? Like, so, yeah, he wouldn't be able to do it until like 10 o'clock sometimes. And I'm like, you cool with that? And he's like, it is what it is. I'm like, all right. And, again, we go long, right? So when I look down and we're shooting shit, I'm like, yeah. And I look at it's 10:15 on my shit. I'm like, oh, my bad, dude. It's 1:15 there. You got to go to bed, Yeah. But we just
do it, dog.
Just do it.
And at this point, like, I wouldn't want to miss a week, dog. Like, it's like the Cal Lipton streak, consecutive games played. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I would be sad if you missed a week.
Damn.
I'm let's say to that level, like.
And y'all have not missed 1 week.
We've had a few weeks here or there where it was just me. Mm-hmm. I did one or two.
Yeah.
Maybe because
when I first moved.
That's not missing.
No. Okay, so there's been a podcast every week since April 4th or some shit like that. April 14th, I think it is. April 14th, 2018. Wow. There's been a podcast every single week. It might have come out on different days. We switched the days they come out or whatever. But in a 7-day span, it's always bop, 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 bop.
Some motherfuckers don't last with this shit past 8 episodes.
Oh, I tried to do a sports podcast by myself. I did 4 episodes. It's not fun.
Did you do 4? Did you get 4 in?
Maybe 3.
I was like, I
think I was working on the 4th.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm not doing this.
I was like, what is it? When's the next one coming out? And he's like, it's not. I was like, okay. Yeah.
It wasn't fun, dog. It just wasn't fun. Damn. So I get it, yeah. 8 shit. 3. I did 3.
Yeah.
I was over it, dog.
That's why it's impressive that you do that by yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I did loads of Game of Thrones by myself, but it was a pure one topic kind of review, and it was easy for me in that sense. But if I was just talking about life and shooting the shit, it'd probably be it wouldn't be fun. That's what it would be. It would be me. It'd be cathartic. Like, I'd get some shit on my chest for sure. Yeah. But it wouldn't be totally be like fun. It'd just be like me speaking to the void.
Yeah.
I had a couple of instances where I made myself laugh when I was doing it by myself, and then you get it. You're like, yeah, I see how this would be fun, but that'd be too few and far between. I think for me to enjoy it. Yeah.
I feel that. That's why I be trying to bring guests on and shit, because too much of that shit is like, all right.
And then the pressure to have to carry every episode. Like, you have to carry every episode, dog.
I don't think about that shit.
Well, and to his point, to his credit, I don't think he does, which is why he was willing to put out 9-minute episodes.
You know what I really realized doing this shit? I was like, man, I'm fucking good at this shit.
Which
and not even trying to hype myself up, but I did like a fucking 20-30 minute episode by myself, talking about real shit the whole time.
Yeah,
it's like, god damn. And I used to go into those episodes thinking like, damn, am I gonna be able to talk long enough for this shit? Like, oh shit, I only recorded 4 minutes, and now I'm doing 30 minutes by myself.
Yeah.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah, right? Tell him, dog. I mean, because the funny thing is, before we started this, we were sitting down. You like, your whole posture, was real low. You were leaning, and I was talking to him, and I was looking at the register. I was like, this shit's not gonna. I don't know if this is gonna work, dude. And then you go, this is Mike Brown. I was like, god damn. I was like, where the fuck was this 2 minutes ago? I was like, if I'd have known sound check was gonna be so much different than the real thing, I would have. I would have relaxed. You postured up. This is Mike Brown. I was like, damn.
It just turned on as soon as the mic turned on. I don't know what the fuck happened.
I saw it. I almost cut you off, but I was like, it's not my podcast. I didn't shut the fuck up. It was impressive.
That was good. It was good shit.
Oh, shit. Man, I got another question for y'all. Because I feel like I'm going to be doing this shit forever.
Do you?
I feel like y'all going to be doing this shit forever, too.
Especially if this one was back here. When you move back here, we gotta start like getting guests again. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Bro,
every once in a
we
while.
gonna go on a podcast tour for real. I've been seeing these podcasts go on tour. We going on tour. I'm serious.
Yeah,
I'm with it, guys.
yeah.
I'm with it.
Like y'all,
The art of two nobodies. You know,
The art of nobodies.
the art of nobodies, dog. The art of nobody's letting go, dog.
Hey man,
shit.
y'all cold as hell.
Man,
Like I'm saying that. Because motherfuckers need to know. People need to know.
I just hope your Spotify people listen to this.
People do.
Let's go.
People
Spotify,
do.
what up, though? What up, though? Couple of Nobodies. Yeah. Pretty Boy Bleak on IG.
I'll stop rapping if you guys need me to. You let me know, dog. You know what I mean? Shit. Do you still freestyle? You still freestyle right now?
I freestyle all the time.
No, so I think you were on our podcast when I said this, so I don't know if your people know. I don't know if you do it on your podcast or they know. But I try hard, and I'm pretty bad at these freestyles. This nigga will send me a 3-minute video. I'm sitting there like, at a certain point, I'm like, I go from impressed to very frustrated. Because this nigga's just killing this shit for 3 minutes, and I'm like, I try so hard. I gotta put that shit away, dude. All you need to do is put one at the beginning or end of one of these episodes just to spice it in there.
Yeah,
you can try to sneak them into my podcast.
I'm gonna put one on my episode next week because
I'm gonna hold you to it, bruh.
I have to. Well, not that I have to, but it's like it's one of them ones that I need to put something on there.
Yep.
I know I do.
Yeah,
because it's the last episode I recorded at Spotify. When I was recording over there, and it was just a reflection of my experience, and it was really good.
Yeah,
it was really good.
How long do you bank these for?
What episodes?
Yeah. Just depends.
Just depends. This will probably come out in June.
Okay. Because you keep them. Yeah, you can do that because you keep the topics pretty evergreen. Just like Yeah.
Because this month is mental health awareness. So we're recording this during Mental Health Awareness Month. So when people listen, I feel like I'm pulling back the curtain right now.
Yeah.
Like, we're recording this today to put out in June.
Yeah. But I mean, but it's just interesting. It's an interesting contrast in styles because we're, like I said, I'm fucking pretty antsy about getting this shit out in the next few hours.
But y'all talk about like
topics, topical. Yeah, that's why I said your shit is evergreen because you're more, zeitgeist, what's going on with us and you and things like that, and that can make it evergreen. Whereas like we had anxiety about getting I think we talked about Kobe 10 days after he died, and I was like, listen, I know that you guys already know, and I'm crying and shit. That shit broke my heart, bro. I don't know, it was 10 days later. By the time people heard it, they were like, hey, man,
3 weeks.
Oh my God, I don't care. You just found out. That shit, broke my heart, bro.
That's hilarious.
So that's just an interesting contrast in styles.
Yeah.
It's James Woods, a.k.a. That Yoga Dude. But feel free to feel free. Transform. Transforming your trouble, transforming your trauma, transforming your worries, your stressors, your anxieties. Transform them into peace and the calm. Forgiveness, release, relaxation. Using the breath to transform. Allowing the body and the mind to let go of the old and move into the new. Using the breath as we take 3 deep inhales and exhales. Allow the body to transform. On the count of 3, 2, deep inhale, breathe in. And exhale as the body transforms, releasing the shoulders, the face, the neck, the eyes. Deeply inhale. Exhale softens the chest, the belly, the back, the legs. Breathe in. And exhale, releasing the head, the back, the legs. Transform. And as always, feel free to feel free. And namaste. Peace.
What keeps you doing it, dude?
Feels good.
Doesn't it?
It feels good.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. Like, I would do this with or without money, and I'm not even like getting real money off of it like that. You know No, just keeping it real. Like,
yeah.
it ain't a whole lot. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, I've had people tell me what could get you there, but no, I'm good, thank you. I've had people tell me what could get you there, but I'm also like, yeah, I'm a one-man show right now. But that's why I'm trying to build, like, and it's almost like, you know, if this was a video game or some shit, because that's what, when I listen to y'all talk about podcasting, it almost sounds like y'all playing PlayStation together or some shit. You know, like,
Just getting buckets out here in these streets, huh?
like
That's kind of a problem, though.
but y'all show feels fun. Being on your show is fun always. But yeah, I feel like I'm turning up the level on the game. It's like, this is still fun, and the part that wasn't fun no more, now it's like, okay, how do I make this shit fun? How do I find the fun in this shit? It's like, some parts of it I can make fun. Some parts, somebody else might have to play that shit for me.
Well, for sure, and that's where having an engineer, having all that shit happen, because then, you know, and here's this aspect I'm thinking, you could then focus even on guests, like just trying to get people, you know, you can more, again, marketing your voicemail and other shit, because somebody's handling this part, and you could then, you know, again, it just frees you up to do other stuff, just be a little bit more creative.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you, this become, I got a question for you.
Of course. Come on.
Do you, because I feel like your foot's in the door.
Is it?
I mean, yeah.
Again, perspective, you know,
That's
you remember who you're talking to, bro.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Do you have any fear of success?
Ooh, you know what?
Like, do you have moments where, because here's, and this is me observing you, like when it comes, again, with that voicemail thing, I feel like you really want that to pop. You'd like to do that, but you're afraid of putting it out there because you said if no one calls you, like, you know, fuck, you know. So, like, do you have a somewhat of a fear of success at times?
Yeah, I think I do. Well,
I think we all do. It's natural.
I think I don't know if it's success or failure. It's somewhere in between.
That's a thin line, though.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Right.
And I will say, yeah, I have been there before, but I'm starting to dive into that fear a little bit. Like, whatever I'm really feeling scared about, it's like, fuck it, let's see what the fuck happens. And a lot of times it works. It works.
Yeah. We talk ourselves out of so much more than we're probably capable of, just in general. And you know, the thin line, like you said, between, you know, success or fear of success and failure, I think comes down to confidence. If you're confident that you can do it, I think you have a fear of success because you think you can do it. You're just blocking.
I guess it is that. Yeah,
you're blocking yourself.
Yeah,
you know, because if you're like, hey, I can do this, but you're not doing it because you're blocking yourself. You're just like, you know, but if I do it, then I got to do this and the next thing that goes along with it. But if you don't think you can actually do it, you're afraid of failure.
Yeah, right. So I'm not afraid of failure.
I don't think you are. And that was the point I was trying to make. You're very confident. So I don't think it's a fear of failure with you. I think it's a fear of success. I think you knowing that you have to take that extra. Like you said, you're turning it up on the level. I think you know that you need to ratchet that bitch, and if you just did, you'd be off and fucking running.
Yeah.
But you gotta do it.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Because if you didn't think you could do it, you wouldn't be leaving your job, right?
Man, that's the truth.
That's the
truth.
It's just you know, it's a. I mean, again, I think we all get in our own way sometimes, and we don't even realize it. You know, it's just how you work through that is the, you know, gonna be the key to this thing. But I think you got it, Doug. I think, you know,
I appreciate that.
I think you got it. For sure.
I believe in y'all too. I really do. Like, every time I come on your show, I'm telling you, I'm always impressed. I'm always like, man, like, these niggas is doing it.
Somebody's gonna listen to this like, these get a room, these motherfuckers.
Nah, somebody might hear this and listen to the show and be like, damn, this is really dope.
Well, we're nice with our shit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's like,
nah, man.
Yeah, we alright.
Where do you see podcasting? Because, like you said, you're gonna be doing it forever. But where do you see it 20 years from now?
I think there's no more radio.
The terrestrial radio dies.
Terrestrial radio dies, but there's no need for radio hosts. I think that industry is going to be out.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
God.
I mean, I'm just talking on my ass, but I feel like talk radio is damn near dead.
Well, the only thing that seems to stick is sports talk radio. But even every single thing that you hear on sports talk radio is in podcast form.
Yeah.
Like they upload it to their app, whatever that is. You know, it's Fox, ESPN, and then it's in podcast form.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
it's how I digest basically everything. Like,
everything.
I watch Undisputed every day, but I don't watch it. I listen to the podcast. The TV show becomes a fucking podcast.
Right.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be your main form of information intake.
I think terrestrial radio's dead.
Yeah, terrestrial radio's dead.
I think quicker than actual terrestrial radio, you'll be able to log into an app and maybe you'll get the live feed, just like you used to with actual radio. Like you dial into 570, 710, and there'll be a live feed of something, but it won't be through the airwaves, right? Yeah. I agree with that. That dies. I think it takes because basically all entertainment is becoming streaming, and really, if you think of streaming, all it is convenience.
Yeah,
that's really what it is. I can stream it when I want to. So I think everything will become essentially that, whatever that form is, that. So the shows that would be on television, like you said, become podcast form, and blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. And I think it becomes the sought after media, where the money is now going. That's why someone like Joe Rogan can get $100 million, because it's becoming the digested form of media.
That's crazy, man.
It is, right?
I knew it was big because think about it. Whenever the type of podcast I listen to, whenever an actor has a big movie coming out, they just hop on everybody's podcast.
Now. Yeah, that's how you do it.
They don't hit radio stations anymore.
That's true.
I'm sure they hit a couple, but you hit the Breakfast Club, you hit your Ebro in the morning, the East Coast shit.
Yeah.
You probably hit Big Boy when you come out here, but you're hitting mostly podcasts.
But I'll ask this about the Breakfast Club. You think more people end up hearing the podcast form of it, or it live, actually live?
Oh, the podcast form and then the YouTube video of the interview.
YouTube for sure.
Whenever they feel like digesting it.
Quadruple shits on the actual
radio.
live.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the point. Yeah. That's what I
Do
think.
y'all still put y'all shit on YouTube?
No. We because we don't shoot the videos anymore. So
But you do shoot the videos.
You're right. Actually, I take it all the way back. Yeah, when we first started doing the Zooms, he's so right. When we first started doing the Zooms, that was the goal. It just never manifested itself. And I don't know. It's just only so much fun.
And then the pandemic hit, and then everybody's podcast looks like that now. So
yeah, y'all should check out Riverside.
What is that?
Oh yeah.
So I just started using it, and I'm gonna bleep this out unless I can get paid for it. No, but Riverside is dope. It's like I'll show it to you once we get off.
Yep.
But it's like a virtual studio. Give you like high quality video and shit, and it uploads the shit like in real time. So like as you record, and it's like uploading the shit, and you just download the files. You could chop up clips within there while you're recording and shit.
So it's like Zoom built for
but better audio quality.
Okay.
Because you can separate the tracks.
And trust me, that is.
Yeah.
But it's built for breaking it down for YouTube, essentially, like making it best suitable for YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean that is an ingenious idea.
Yeah.
I mean that's the.
And now Spotify does podcast video.
That's hilarious because when Rogan came over, like, that was the one thing that, like, because they had no video podcast, and he was like, well, I can't come over if you're not going to record it. So they developed it for him.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, of course, but that makes sense that everyone would follow that blueprint.
Yeah. Yeah, man, the game is changing.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah.
And you're at you're doing things in it.
I'm trying, man.
You got a healthy start on us.
I appreciate that. Nah, man, y'all ahead of me. Shit, y'all 218 episodes in.
We might have more episodes, but you've been on Times Square, bro.
Nah.
Yeah.
But
we could have 560 episodes when you on Times Square, dog.
Yeah.
But to me, that's valuable.
I feel, I feel.
I'm at 162.
But to us,
that's valuable.
That's Times Square valuable.
Let me.
I feel you.
Get on Times Square. You niggas would hear about it every single week. Okay.
I would get to New York and I would just stand under it all day.
Every
same post.
Single. We would open. I'd be like, how y'all doing? Did y'all know? Every week for 218 more weeks, I'd be like, hey, funny story. I don't know if I told it last week or not, but we were on Times Square. Y'all would hear about it. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, man. Like I said, for me to get there, I'm trying to cross that 200 threshold right now.
Shit, where you at?
This is going to be, well, I don't know what number this will be, but I'm at 162 today.
Yeah, it's like working on a couple months.
Yeah. I'll hit 200 next year.
Easy, dude.
Yeah, man. I got some listener questions. The listeners usually send in questions through DM.
All right. Let me drop this for you. Thief the shit out of that. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You could definitely use it.
Cool. That's all I need to hear. I'm using it. You heard it, baby. Can you say it loud and into the mic? Nah. But I won't use it very often. But I will.
You got it whenever you want it. First song that pops, and this is from George on Instagram.
What's up, Jorge?
Jorge, oh, you motherfucker!
What's up, Jorge?
What is the first song that pops in your head that makes you happy?
Because you said it? Because I'm happy along with you. Because just like that, literally, as you finish the sentence, the song was like. But I have a few. Like,
yeah, I have a couple.
Yeah.
First one for me would be Rihanna, Umbrella.
Dude,
that's just a bop, dog. That shit's fire. Currently, probably be Drake. Race My Minds off his new album.
Yeah.
That's just a banger. That should put my smile right away.
So okay, I have a few songs. I'm simple with that. Like it just takes once music starts going on, I'll dance and do a little jig. But there was this song that I listened to every single day when I got home for about 6 months.
I was.
Fuck you. And it is Childish Gambino's cover of is it Nia? I forget how.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And so it's on some British show that he goes, but he sings it a cappella, and I mean, that man, he nails it. Like it's just in his vocal range, and I mean, if we were on YouTube, we were on Zoom, I would have been able to play that for you and get that in, but we would play it and only us would hear it, so that's not going to play well on the podcast. But yeah, I just sit there. Thoughts of you run through my head. I am slowly realizing that you are truly heaven sent. Oh, I think you're truly something special, something my dreams are truly made of. Let's stay together, you and me, boy. There's no one like you around. Dog, that's my shit, son.
I thought that was good, dog.
Nah.
My ear said that was good.
That's my shit, son. I play that shit and just bopping, dog. Yeah, so that's that puts me in a happy place. Like I can't be mad and fucking watch that shit, and he kills it. So
Yeah. I think mine might be Stevie Wonder's "Smile Please."
Smile Please.
You can't go wrong with Stevie.
You can't go wrong with Stevie.
Nah,
You cannot go wrong with Stevie.
I like Luther, 1,000 Kisses.
that's a good one.
That's my shit too.
So another question from George.
Jorge, twice doubling down, baby. Hey, Jorge, what's the number? 323-301-3543. If you want to call the What Up Though line, that's our podcast, and drop us with a voicemail question. We will answer every one of them on our podcast.
Please.
We'll make a segment out of you, Jorge.
What do you do when you feel lonely?
Masturbate?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you?
I was gonna say jack off.
Oh, yeah,
for sure,
I see what porn's talking about, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Jack off.
Fucking
100%.
bust a nut, son. And then I'm just that much more lonely.
But in the moment, it feels good though. About 10 minutes after, it goes back to be lonely.
No, but he's all right. Hey, he's probably like, "This is not what I tuned in for." Jorge, or he's like, "This is not." He's like, "I wanted real advice."
Oh my gosh.
To be 100% honest with you, if I'm not working or busy and I have free time, I will go to the sauna. I'll go to the sauna, and I go to the 24-hour and I sit in the sauna, and it's my meditative time because I throw my headphones in and I dance like nobody's watching. You know, and it's just, but it's like it's my free time, and it clears my mind.
Yeah.
That's usually what I do. But
Yeah.
like if I'm not jacking off.
Yeah.
I was serious about that, but I figured he probably wanted some.
100%,
Yeah, he probably wanted something more than my stupid dick jokes. So yeah,
It'd be the same. I go get a workout in. Or I have a heavy bag at the crib. I'll go put the mitts in and hit the heavy bag for a little bit. Or not a heavy bag, I got a strike bag.
Yeah.
So I just try to get a sweat in if I'm truly feeling lonely. But doesn't happen often.
yeah, I've been lonely a lot, just a lot recently. But yeah, it's just I don't know, man. It's just focus on something you have going on in your life that you need to work on.
Mhm.
So that's why I think I'm like, all right, I need to stay in shape, so I'll do that. I'm in school, so I do work. Like I luckily for me, most of my stress comes from the things I'm doing. So even when I am lonely, I have something to focus on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. I think for me lately it's been going outside. Like if I just feel lonely in the house, I just go outside, go for a walk, or go to Echo Park, to the beach,
Yeah.
something like that.
I was about to ask you where you live, but I'm sure you don't. Just Echo Park seems like a hike from here, though.
I'm kind of on that side.
Okay, all right. So the beach is a hike. One of those two things was a hike. I was like, from wherever you stay.
Beaches,
There we go.
It can be.
I was like, one of those two things is a hike.
Yeah. If you could give your younger self any advice, what would it be?
Is this Jorge?
Yeah.
You want to
dog.
say his name?
Hey, dog. Hey, 323 we'll call. Hey, we're about to steal your fan, son.
Jorge's on
No,
fire.
I'm kidding. We've actually had this. Sorry, we actually had this. Topic on our podcast? I don't know why English got so hard for me right there. A while back, and it was interesting because we had totally, literally diametric answers. Like I think he said to his younger self, like, just live this up, don't try not to grow up so quick. And I was like, I get back to my old self, like, nigga, stop fucking around, like grow up, like think about your future. So if I could go back to my younger self, just in a certain way, I think I would have wanted to be more serious about what I wanted from my future. Like, as we're doing this is awesome. Like, I love podcasting, but I would like to be training. What time of the year is it? It's I would like to be training for this next upcoming football season with my high school kids. You know,
Yeah.
like that's I would like to be 5 years deep in that. I'm 38. You know what I mean? Like I could have got a head coaching job at 34, 35 in high school, easy. So I think just focusing on what I wanted to do more. But you know what? I'm being honest with myself. Me getting busted for air quotes growing weed really set me back about a decade. So had I not done that, I probably would be where I was going to go. Man, I never really thought about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say to my younger self, just start focusing on the future a little bit better, just a little bit better. Because I had my fun. That's the thing. I had my fun. I would try to say, start thinking about your future a little bit.
Yeah, I remember when we talked about this. I did say that, you know, enjoy this time, you know, live it up. It only happens once. Because when you become an adult, it's, you know, ain't shit like being a fucking adult, dog. Like, live that young shit as long as you can. Stay in the house as long as you can.
Yeah.
If your parents ain't tripping about you being there, nigga, stay.
That's one thing I would say for sure.
That's real.
Nigga, stay.
That's real.
Because once you get into these motherfucking streets, dog, that shit is real, dog.
Yeah.
Once your rent is due on the first every month, that shit does not stop.
Man.
It does not stop. Forever, dog.
19, dog. When my parents moved at 19, I was like, I got this fucking a year, and I'm like, this shit.
And you've been paying that shit on the first ever since, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So enjoy your time. But at the same time, like Rob said, at some point, you know, 16, 17, 18, start to find out what you really want to do.
Yeah.
And now you got to angle yourself. Because those 4 years, or those 4 to 5 years that you go to college or whatever, that's a slingshot.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
That's a slingshot, dog. You know what I mean? And that's why I fucked up at. Like, me, the only thing I ever wanted to do in life was play college football. I did that. But I didn't have a career that I wanted to get into. You know what I mean? So it's like, I was just going to college just to play football. So when that was over, I walked away with a degree, but then now what?
Yeah.
To where if I was focused on, I'm going to go be an accountant, I'm going to go do this, or I'm going to be in the hotel restaurant industry.
Yeah.
You know, that was a subject that they had at my school that I could have easily got into, but didn't. So at some point, 16, 17, 18, angle yourself for what you're going to do from fucking 21 to 25.
Yeah.
Because those are your slingshot years that are going to set you up for, you know, your late 20s, early 30s success. If you're really trying to have money, you're going to have money by 40 most likely.
Oh, that's... You're earning your air quotes. You're earning your supposed to be your late 40s.
Yeah.
So I would argue though at 16, 17, I would say maybe not so much angle. I would say try everything because you have a lot of time to recover from a mistake. You know what I mean? But I would say, you know, I think to narrow his question down, like to tell yourself something at 15, 25.
Yeah.
And you know we'd say 35. It's kind of that's a little different. I'd say at 15, I would say try everything because you don't know what you like. You don't know what you like. You think you do. You think you're like, I got this figured out. You have nothing figured out, dude. Just shoot for the stars. Fucking, if you think you like it, don't say no to anything. I mean, you know, don't get in trouble, right? But don't say no to anything. Try it. You don't know if you like it, just try it. Whatever it is. When you're 25, that's when I'd say, all right, dude.
Yeah.
Because I told you at 15, now you've had a decade of just trying it. You should have found out what you like. Let's start going for it.
Okay.
You know? And I'm not trying to steal your thunder.
No.
But you understand what I'm saying? Because if it, you know, you want, I would say, you know, I'm going to teach in high school, and I'm going to coach high school kids. I'm like, dude, just stumble now. Mm-hmm. Stumble now. You can recover from whatever happens to you. Right? Don't be an asshole. Do not be an asshole. Don't commit a crazy crime. But try it all, dude. Try it all. You can recover from this. You know, if you have, you know, like I'm not saying like beat anybody up or snort cocaine at 16 or whatever, you know, wait till you're 25. But try it. Try life. Just try life. And then see where you know, start narrowing it down after that. You know, because it's too late for us to try life now. I've never done cocaine. I probably would have loved it for a good 5-year span. I could have had a great time. It's too late. That boat is sailed. If somebody hits with that thing now, I'm like, oh no, sir. Oh no, sir. Because I don't have 5 years now. Like, I don't have 5 years to have a good time with this anymore, you know? What would you say, Big Mike?
What would I say to my younger self?
Yeah. Stop putting hands on. Stop beating niggas up.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared and have fun. don't give a fuck what you think people think. Don't worry about that shit.
Oh, man. My ab is cramping.
What's going on?
Yeah. Yeah. See, again, I'd say that falls under the guides of lines. Just go for it, dude.
Yeah.
Like, don't you don't have time for it. Yeah. It's like you do and you don't.
Yeah.
If you're gonna live till you're 80, you got time for it. But you don't know that at 15, dude. Just try it, bro. Just try it. Like, just try it. Stay out of trouble, but try it. That's what I'd say.
That's what's up. What is something?
Spit it out.
What is something that you like or love about yourself?
Now let me ask.
Personality-wise.
Let me ask a question. Do you know George personally? Because the fact you didn't say another person, I'm like, do you know George personally? Like, just you.
We've never met in person, but
He sounds like a great guy. Like I'm trying to, hey, again, call us, hit us up. These are good questions though. Like honestly, these are great questions.
Really good questions.
What is something I like about myself personality-wise? You didn't ask about dislike either, huh? All right.
I was gonna ask that.
Yeah, I was gonna. That's on the menu for all of us. Do you want to go first this time?
Yeah. What I like about myself, I'm loyal. I'm loyal. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you for life.
Yeah.
I have a pretty, I would say, small circle. Small circle. But it's like if I fuck with you, that means the people I fuck with can fuck with you. Like all my friends are friends with Rob. Rob's friends with all my friends. You know what I mean? So it's like that's what I like about myself. I'm able to like bring people together.
Yeah.
So yeah, loyal. I like loyal. I think I'm funny. Not gonna hold you. I think I'm funny as fuck.
Okay.
I mean, I can't do no stand-up shit like that, but I got good timing. I think I'm dynamic.
Situational funny.
Yeah, situational funny.
Yeah.
I think I'm charming as hell too.
Yeah.
I think I'm charming.
Yeah. I don't mean to cut you off. I didn't know how to quantify it, and I was waiting until you were going to be done. Mm-hmm. But you said it perfectly. You are charming. Like, period. Like, you're just a fun to be around, nice dude, all the time. Like, it's very rare when you're in a bad mood.
Yeah.
Very, very rare. Like, it's uncanny to me because I'm in a bad mood all the fucking time, and no matter what, dude, every time I talk to you, you're like, hey, what's up? Like, what's up, my dude? Like, you just answer the phone like you're not pissed, and I'm pissed all the time. You're very charming, dude. Yeah. Very charming.
I can go on and on, but I'll start with those.
I'll go on and on.
I love me to me, dude.
Yeah, you just made that very clear.
Love me to me.
And dislikes. Do you have one?
Mr. No, dislike. No. Yeah, I got a whole show. Yeah, as much as I love myself, I don't fuck with myself either. Dislikes. I'm too. What's the word I'm looking for? Not so much. Lackadaisical. Mm-hmm. Lackadaisical. I wish I had a little more Rob in me, dog. Rob is fucking. Go get her. He's gonna go get it right now. I'm more like I'll go get it when I have to, or if I have to. If I don't have to, I'm not gonna go get it. You know what I mean? I just too lax. I don't attack shit that I wish that I would. That'd be the biggest one. Passive. I'm passive. I wish I would speak my mind a little bit more.
Yeah.
If I have, but I also don't like to be in bad moods. So just finding that that balance of needing to talk some shit, but still being chill. So those be the two things.
So how do you control your anger? And I'm asking that because earlier when we were talking about football, mm-hmm. and it just being like an angry sport. So how do you control it?
See, I never played football angry.
There you go. I think he's not angry.
I'm not angry when I play.
He doesn't have. There's nothing to control.
It's a sport.
He's not angry. Period.
Yeah.
He's not angry outside of football. So inside of football, I was going to be angry.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying I'm pissed all the time. So that's why when I'm football, I was like, wow.
Yeah, I'm the type. I have conversations with the dude I'm going against.
Yeah.
Like, what's up, dog? Because it's a sport, dog.
Yeah.
I don't gotta be mad to want to hit you.
Yeah.
To want to fuck you up. I'm not mad.
And that same defensive player was like, "Fuck you, nigga."
Yeah. And that would piss him off even more. So then I'm petty, and so now I'm just doing it just to do it.
Just slapping them on the ass like good play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, like, you know, especially if I'm fucking you up.
Yeah.
Because I play tight end, so, you know, if you're a DN, you get no plays, no tackles, no stats, you're very clean. I'm talking shit. Talking shit, dog. Cause I don't need to pancake you every play.
Yeah.
But you ain't making no plays, bro. I'm just here with you. So yeah, dog, I'm not angry.
Yeah.
I didn't play mad.
Yeah, that would have been the answer for that. Shoot. Yeah, I think, like T said, I think my willingness to actually just do something, like, I'm very resourceful.
Yeah.
I think that's probably my most valued quality for myself. I'm very resourceful. If I gotta go it alone, then that's what we do. You know, I go on vacation alone. And granted, like, I don't think it's one of the things I also dislike about myself. Like, I don't actually want to do all these things alone. I'm just willing to.
Yeah.
At a certain level, like, and not even I'm willing to. It's just almost I prefer to. And I wish that wasn't the case so much. You know, I wish I had more of a willingness to. If I was gonna, and just let's say vacationing or tripping in, like that openness to go with someone, like, and listen to what they want to do, maybe not make my own schedule. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I need to grow on that. But where that translates in most of the other stuff positively is just resourceful.
Yeah.
I don't like in my head. I don't need to wait on anyone to try to do something. I just like if I need that or I can think of a path to get it done. I'm just gonna go do it. I don't need to ask anybody's advice. Anybody's permission, just none of it. If I can figure it out on my own, I'm just gonna go. And it doesn't always pay out, like, or pay off, whatever. But it's served me well in a lot of situations. And I don't panic very much. That's another thing I would say. Like, I'm very. I have anxiety, like, about shit I just want to get done, but I rarely panic. And I mean, like, in the highest of situations, I just stay very, very calm. What I don't like about myself. I have an addictive personality, for better or for worse. So, like, it rears its head in places like gambling, which really fucks me. And so that's something I have to get under control. I've said this for, 2 years. It's just something I have to get under control. Like, I'll do very good for a long time, and then do very bad for a long time, and then very good for a long time, and do very bad. And that's my betting habits. Not so much like up or down, like winning or losing. It's just me betting an amount that I shouldn't do. So it's just there's an addictive I have an addictive behavior with so many things that, like, for the most part, I'm good with, but it does get me in trouble in some aspects of my life.
Yeah. Shit. Thing that I like about myself, I like that I just be me. Just no matter where I'm at, no matter where I go, I'm just the same, you know. I guess authentic. I be feeling like I'm funny sometimes too. I be making myself laugh, shit.
You are very dynamic, I'll tell you that. Like,
I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm creative and shit.
Well, I mean, that, and I just never would have thought, like, you could catch fucking slants in the beach when people were guarding you all day. And I'm like, why didn't anybody tell me you could do that? I would, like, because then I looked at and, you know, I'm not hating on you or nothing, but, like, when I looked at the team, I was like, all right, we got a shot. And then when I realized you were the best player, because I thought other homie was, I forgot his name, whatever, but when I realized you were the best player, I was like, oh, we don't have a chance. We're about to get run out of the building.
That's hilarious.
But it, you know, like, I knew for that point for 3 weeks. I think I podcasted with you a couple times.
Yeah.
You told me you played basketball, so I was like, okay, so he's probably got some athletic skill. That doesn't always translate to football, and I don't know how well you play basketball. So, like, yeah, you should put that thing. So I mean, me being a football player, of course I underestimated you. I'm like, fuck out of here, come on. Yeah. And then the ringer came out there and fucking killed us. So that's what I mean about your dynamic. You have layers to you that I think don't present themselves off rip.
Yeah, and I think I like that I care about shit. Like, I am passionate about the shit I care about, and that's like people, places, and things. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The shit I don't like, man, just from talking about it earlier, just that fear of success. Because I see how it makes me like distract myself and procrastinate and shit like that. So
the funny thing is we all know what I'm talking about. Like,
of course,
like every person listening to this right now knows exactly those moments when, you know, whatever it is you think is most, like, let's say you should be writing something down for the podcast, or like,
of course.
Instead, you're like, I'm just going to clean my room. Now, clean your room, positive, right? It's a good thing, but it's not that thing that you kind of know you should be doing. It's like, it's like diffusion of responsibility. I forget what it's called, but there's a term for that. When you know it's like, I should be doing this, I'm going to do this instead. It's still positive, but it's just not that thing. It's not that thing.
Like when you have the episode sitting on the computer for a week and edited right before it needs to be put out.
It just sits there.
Yeah.
Sits there.
It's like, oh, I gotta edit this. Why?
How much editing do you do?
Not much, really.
Okay.
Not anymore. In the beginning, I used to try to make that shit sound real clean and real.
You and me both, bro.
Because I know, you know, a couple of ums and ahs, that shit is natural. People naturally talk like that.
Right.
So why not just allow people to sound how they sound?
Yeah. Best podcast I listen to are just conversations.
Only thing I really be cutting out is when motherfuckers cough and shit. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. But you can like all the fuck you want.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
That's how people talk.
Yeah. It is, yeah. Yeah, there. When we first were doing it at Wayne's house, I mean, granted, like, we were paying him, so, like, I didn't feel too bad about it. But it was even time-consuming on me, because he'd send me the audio first. I would listen to it, which was, this is ass backwards. Now that I know how this works, it's totally ass backwards. Like, I was already paying him. I should have been like, yo, you do the fucking cuts. Like, because I would listen to it, and then I'd tell him what the cuts were in the time. The first time, I came back, literally the first episode, I came back down to Long Beach, did it with him, and again, looking back at it now that I can do all that, he was the saint about that shit. You know what I mean? Like, because he could at any point be like, nigga, go home. Like, you know what I mean? Like, go home. Like,
yeah.
I'm not doing any of that, dude. And he did it, you know? He did it. But I could tell, you know, again, just the amount of time it took me, how much it was going to take him, and I was like, this is not going to work out.
Yeah.
Not going to work out. We can't pull every O and and
it
just has to sound how it sounds.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that's why people are drawn to my shit, because I recorded episodes on good mics, bad mics, phones, everything, and people still like, they feel and like what they feel and like.
Hit me with it, Jorge. What you got, baby?
Yeah, this is the last one.
That's one from Jorge.
Yeah.
5-pack.
God, I'm a fan, dog.
I feel like he should have his own segment.
I'm a fan.
Now, like,
he should have his own
segment, right?
podcast,
Yeah, I
dog.
appreciate
I'm a
that,
fan of
yeah.
that. I'm a fan of him.
Yeah.
I've never met him, but I'm a fan of this guy.
Yeah, no, he's really dope. He be DJing stuff online.
All right, dude.
and he do like graphics and stuff.
All right, dude.
Yeah, out here. How would you describe yourself to a stranger?
Go ahead. Say your stupid ass thing that popped in your head. I know you had some slick shit on your tongue. It would have came in your mouth if it. Nah, it would have came in your mouth if it came. How would I describe myself to a stranger? I would say, what you see and what you hear is what you get. If I say it, I mean it. And how I move and my actions will tell you more, way more than I could ever tell you with my mouth. If I fuck with you, you'll know it. It's like, my actions, whatever though I just said 2 seconds ago.
Fuck. For me, you probably just don't judge the book by its cover. I look intimidating. I'm a big dude, but I got a beard. Nicest motherfucker you ever meet. Chill. We chilling, dog. Like, I don't got...
It ain't that serious.
It ain't that serious.
Let's do it, yeah. It ain't that serious.
So, yeah, if you didn't know me, I just had, just one of the most laid-back people you ever meet. To a fault, but that's just me.
Honestly, the first thing I thought was, he's dope.
Yeah.
About myself.
Yeah, no, I get it, yeah.
Like, that's probably how I would describe myself.
That's how I left. That would be how I left my first impression with you.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. Dope. At that point, your hair was bleached blonde. Roll it, all of 6'4", just like
out here. That's funny. Yeah. I thought about doing it again, maybe.
You got nothing but time.
I know.
Get after it, huh? Get after it.
Let's see. So I'm gonna keep this one anonymous, but I feel like this is just a whole conversation in itself. But why can't the black man tell me how he feels? I'm tired.
Why can't the black man tell me how he feels?
So I think it's more so just saying like, why can't black men
tell our
express
feelings?
themselves?
I would have,
I would say, yeah. I mean, if we're talking to like a significant other type situation, so I'm assuming that's what this is. It's because if I'm unable to tell you how I feel, it's because I don't trust you with that information.
Yeah.
Point blank. Period. I don't trust you to take my feelings in consideration.
Okay.
I don't trust you with that information. I don't trust being vulnerable around you because you could use that in a later, disagreement.
Yeah.
So it is all, to me, it's almost like a trust thing.
Yeah.
There's something in that situationship, that partnership, that doesn't sit right with him. It might have been a side conversation that he didn't like the way you responded to something, and he's just forecasting what he think he might do with the information.
And something I'm thinking about right now as you saying that is, if you were to be like so open and honest with your partner, and maybe they didn't receive it well, they used it against you, like, is that the person that you truly want to be tied to?
Yeah, nah. Yeah.
So it's almost like your vulnerability will show you, like, what you want or don't want.
Yeah, I think men, and black men, white men, whatever, penises don't do well explaining their emotions in general. And I think a small sliver of it really does come down to just communication, and not so much communication between people. I think most people really can't verbalize how they feel correctly, accurately. They can start to yell because they feel the blood boiling. They can say words, but I don't think all the time we really get our meaning across. And when it starts to get construed is when we start getting frustrated. As we get frustrated, the next person gets frustrated, and then it's off the rails.
Yeah.
So, I think part of it is people aren't actively trying to express themselves.
Yeah.
They wait until, or whatever, the situation entails itself where it's now you need to explain yourself under duress, under a situation where it's like, I'm not just explaining something, like I could have told you about this a week ago. We could have had this, whatever this conversation is, I could have had it a week ago.
Yeah.
But it sat for 7 days. And now it's at a different blood point. Like it's just at a point where I need to say this like this instead of like, hey man, I'm feeling this. And I think that's where people fuck it up.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So I just think people don't practice expressing themselves, just in general. So it's like not even, black men. It's just, women are better at it, but not much. They do that shit too. It's like I just don't think people are good at just letting themselves express themselves, and I don't think partners are good at being there for that either.
Right.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to fucking sit there and let this person unload on you. You know what I mean? But like, it's a rough thing, and I think this is why couples therapy. I don't know how I got this deep, but I think this is why couples therapy is so valuable, because that's a moment for, me to tell you everything I don't like about this nigga, and he just has to hear it.
Yeah.
I'm not being mean to him, and I don't want to say it to you because you're gonna fucking yell at me, but I just get it off my chest, and you gotta hear it. And then you go, okay, now it's your turn. And he does the same thing.
You've done it before?
Couples therapy?
Yeah.
It is. I've never done actual one-on-one therapy, so I'm assuming that's great too.
Yeah.
But I learned so much for couples therapy, and it's you just have to, because it honestly, you just face your reality. So like I'll give you a quick example. I went with Shindy, and my whole thing with our relationship at the time was like, I love you unconditionally. Like, if you lost a leg right now and were paralyzed from the neck down, I would spend the rest of my life with you. And I didn't feel that that was the same for her. And I told her that multiple times. And I remember like the second or it might have been the first therapy session we had, I expressed that. I was like, I love this woman unconditionally. Like, I would do anything for her. And the therapist was like, and I pled my passionate case, and the therapist was like, cool, did what you did, shook her head. She's like, yeah, cool. And then right out her mouth had said something that Shindy had told me like 1,000 times. She looks at me and goes, well, what if love isn't enough? And I just felt Shindy go, whoa. And I was like, fuck! You know what I mean? But I had to sit with that.
Yeah.
I had to sit with that. To me, I was making the most compelling argument when it was just me and her. Like, what are you talking about? I would jump off this balcony if you told me to. Like, but in her mind, she was like, cool. But I need you to figure out, yeah, in my head. She didn't say this, but I think she was like, yeah, but figure out your future. Like, what are you going to do with the rest of your life?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm glad. Hey, dope. You'll jump off the balcony. Cool. And I have a dead fucking boyfriend. What would you do if you didn't jump off the balcony? You know what I mean? And I, like, to me, it was like, it doesn't matter, you know, but it's like, that was just me, my ego.
Yeah.
So when that therapist was like, cool, so what if that doesn't matter? And
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, I guess I got to think about that, you know? So, yeah, it really, like, it does some things. It does some things. You'll have to sit with yourself and what this person thinks about you and just hear it. It's
tough.
It's rough and good at the same
So
time.
is that why they say you need a therapist, like your own personal therapist, like outside of the couples therapy? Because I guess while you're hearing all this shit, you have somewhere to go with this shit that...
Oh, that makes sense. I've never heard of that. Well, yeah, that makes sense.
My guess is if you've gotten to the point where you have couples therapy, you believe in the practice, which I do believe in the practice, I just don't do it, but you believe in the practice of therapy, so you probably have your own therapist.
Yeah.
Just by nature.
Yeah.
If you're crazy enough to, like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, if your couple's like, hey, man, we're really off the rails, we need to go to couples therapy. It's probably because your ass is so crazy that you have a therapist. Just in general, you know?
That's hilarious.
It's 8:38 for you.
All right, we good. No,
Okay. All right. I know he had
Right.
and I can do this. You know us. I can do this
Yeah.
all night. But he had said he had a hard out, so I just wanted to make sure he was good.
No, it's all good. That was the last question. I wanted y'all to tell the people where they could find you.
Yeah. T.
Bobby Bonner.
Why you hating? Why you hating?
1925.
Why you hating my one IG burner account, bro? I gotta look at these. I still gotta look at these thoughts. What do you want?
Yeah, well, I'm the only one with the IG on here, so it's Pretty Boy Boogie underscore.
Is our
Ours is still there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it next.
I apologize.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it next. But also, we do have a podcast account. I dabble in it from time to time. It's the Couple of Nobodies.
No, wait. I think we can post them. I think we can post our episodes from SoundCloud to IG. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I might walk you through that on your phone right
Please.
now, and then that's your job going forward. Yeah, thanks, Mike. Got a job for this thing. No, but good.
No, that's it. The Couple of Nobodies Podcast. Every Wednesday and Thursday, wherever you find, your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, we're everywhere.
Wednesday and Friday, but yeah.
What did I say?
Thursday?
No, I said Wednesday, Friday.
All my life, you just said Wednesday, Thursday.
Wednesday. My bad, Wednesday, Friday.
See, Bella heard it.
And that's Bella.
Hey, chill out, girl. What you just stop? Yeah, so Big Mike, we appreciate the invite as usual.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry, my dog is having an hissy fit at the end here.
It's all good.
Let me. We're back. I tried to get my dog to calm down before we got out of here, but yeah. All right,
It's all good.
sign us up, Big Mike.
Man, thank y'all so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. This is, again, we didn't know how we were gonna bust it in. This is a blast.
Yeah, thanks for the invite, Doc.
Yep.
Of course, man. Thank y'all for listening. This is Mike Brown. This is The Art of Letting Go. Peace. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of The Art of Letting Go. If you like what you heard, please be sure to subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to the podcast. Also, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let other people know what you think. If you want to further support the show, you can go to theartoflettinggopodcast.com where you can find a Patreon where you can sign up. You got pretty low memberships as low as $3. And you get a lot of exclusive content, unreleased episodes, unedited episodes, so you get to hear the full conversation of this. Also, there's merch there. And connect with us, get in touch. And it's The Art of Letting Go.